Hi, welcome to today's class. This is a slow flow where we will be focusing on the lower body, getting some nice hip openers and stretching the hamstrings and the quads. I actually wrote this class after a leg day in the gym and my legs and hips were really sore. It's the first time in a while and I wanted to get some movement in but also give some extra attention to the hips and the legs. So if that sounds like what you're feeling today, then this is a class for you. Thank you for being here. And for this class, you can use 2 blocks. We'll be doing a lot of lunges and half splits and standing splits. So if you like to use blocks to assist you in any of those poses, feel free to pause, go ahead and grab them. And then it's also just nice to have them near you if you change your mind. So grab your blocks if you want to. And we'll just meet in a seat, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll take some shoulder rolls. So on an inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades up towards the ears. And exhale, roll them down and back. So we're going one direction now. Inhaling to lift them up, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. So move through these at your own pace. Maybe you close your eyes. If you like to set an intention, now would be a great time to do so. Crown of the head reaching up tall. In our next inhale, we'll switch directions. So on the inhale, we'll pull back and up. And exhale, forward and down. Going through a few rounds of these at our own pace. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll take our right palm and forearm down beside us to the right side of our body and reach that left arm overhead, finding a nice side stretch. Warming up the spine. And on the exhale, walk it over, using your fingertips to find the other side. Right hand reaches forward and back. Extending long, taking up space, feeling that nice side stretch on the right side. You can also be up on the hand if that feels nicer. So finding your side stretch, however low or high or over, or maybe your chest finds the sky, finding what feels good for you. And then exhale, take it to the other side. And here we're going to find some play, find some fluidity. So we'll move from the right side and then take it over to the left. Feeling a nice massage in our lower back. Can also contribute to us having tight hips. It's all connected, so it's great to really target everything. And going through a couple more. And then we'll walk the fingertips in front of us and then bring them towards us as we sit up nice and tall. And then if you're in crisscross here, if that's your comfortable seated position, try to switch the feet here and notice how that feels. Might feel awkward, a little weird. I like to try to do things differently. You just got to try to keep it balanced and just notice how different things can be in these small adjustments that we make. So find your comfortable seat. I think I already trying to get comfortable. I switched them. I'm trying to practice I usually do my left on top. I'm trying to do my right on top. Switch it up. Feels so weird. But here in your seat with your feet flipped, than normal, we'll start to go through some cat-cow. So inhale to reach the chest forward. You can find some nice rolls here, or you can just reach it forward. And then exhale, round the spine. So finding your movement side to side or just staying in that straight trajectory, forward and backwards. Whatever feels good for you. Just moving the spine, warming up the spine. I notice if I go side to side and my glutes are really sore, it's like a nice little glute massage to go the circular motions. And starts to get into the hips a little bit. Okay, and then from here, we're going to find ourselves with our legs out long. And then we'll take our right foot over the left knee. Left arm reaches nice and tall. And then elbow meets the knee as we twist to the right, bringing those right fingertips behind us. Gaze over the right shoulder if that feels comfortable for your neck, or just find that position, that twist, that place that feels good. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And from here, we'll open that right knee, take the ankle right over above the knee on the quad, and we'll find our way to a reclined figure four. So come onto your backs, reach for the back of that left thigh as you pull it in towards the chest, feeling that deep stretch in the IT band and the hips. You can press that knee farther away from you gently if you're trying to find a deeper stretch. You can also rock side to side, massaging that lower back, feeling how you can feel the stretch at different places with these small adjustments. You can straighten this left leg. This is your practice. Find what feels good for you. And then we'll unwrap the legs, bring both knees into your chest, and find some rocking motions. Kind of like you're rocking forward and back. And then we'll meet seated. Meet the soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall. And then walk the fingertips as forward as feels good for a butterfly. Chest is reaching forward. Spine is nice and long. Adjusting this distance here to find your sweet spot. Find your happy butterfly. And take a couple more deep breaths here. Beautiful. And then we'll take it to the other side. So find your legs out long in front of you again, and then bring the left foot over the right knee. Inhale, right arm comes up overhead, and then exhale, elbow meets the knee as we twist open to the left. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, and exhale, maybe you can twist a little deeper. Gaze past the left shoulder or wherever our neck feels good. Right foot is active, toes facing up towards the sky. Take one more deep breath here. And then we'll unwrap, open the left knee, keeping the right ankle above the right knee. A spot patch fell off on my knee somehow. I don't know how that happened. We'll get it later. Okay, so we'll meet into reclined figure four on this side, coming down to our backs, hugging the right knee towards the chest. Breathing deeply into the hips, feeling the stretch. And unwind. Bring the knees in as you do these gentle rocks to come up. Take as many as you want. And then come up to meet in butterfly again. Find that comfortable fold. And then from here, with your fingertips out in front, begin to walk them side to side. Find your side stretch. Noticing how it feels in the hips, in the lower back, and the side body. Okay, and then from here, we're going to find our way into a Malasana, a yogi squat. So however you get there, I will meet you there. Bring the hands to the heart center and use those elbows to press those knees open wide. Taking a few deep breaths here. Crown of the head reaching tall, shoulders down and back, spine is nice and long. One more inhale. And exhale, place the palms and then press up. Heel toe those feet, hip width apart, and find a forward fold. And grab opposite elbows here to really let the top of the body hang. Bend the knees as much as feels good. You can sway side to side or walk your fingertips side to side. Trying to keep the knees equally bent. As we find one side, we might find this natural tendency to straighten this leg, but we should really try to keep them the same. Good for our lower back. And then from here, we're going to send the left leg up into this bent variation of the half splits. Noticing how that feels. Maybe we open the hips like a modified half moon here. Stretching into the hips. Maybe we play there. And then from this bent half split, straighten the leg and gently send the left leg back to a low lunge. So you can keep the back leg lifted here, or you can drop the knee and then press into the top of the foot. It can help you find a deeper stretch, just pressing that in. And just sinking in here, letting the hips sink into the mat, taking a few deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, we'll start to send the hips back, straighten the front leg, flex the toes up towards the forehead, and find half splits. So here we're trying to keep the hip stacked over the knee. So if you feel yourself coming really far back, maybe take that leg more out in front of you. Come up nice and tall on the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, fold over, reaching the forehead towards the toes. So really pulling that right hip back, keeping the hips square. And then inhale, come back to lunge. And exhale back to half split. So going through these at your own pace. And do a couple more. And then from your next half split, take that right foot out wide for a lizard. Notice how it feels, sink in, get comfortable. Trying to keep the knees and the toes face forward. Don't want to open them out too much here. Option to bend the left knee, reach for the left foot, and find a quad stretch. Release the foot, send it back for your lizard, and then exhale, send the hips back, and we'll find a wide half split. And then playing here. So inhale to find lizard, exhale, wide leg half split. Going through a few of these at your own pace. And on your next lizard, maybe you come up on the back toes and open that hip out, or you can leave the back toes down. And then we'll open up towards the left side of our mat for Skandasana. So careful not to crunch here. Try to sit up nice and tall, keeping the spine nice and long. Left foot is active, toes are flexed up. You can open the arms here, using the arm to help push that knee more open for a deeper hip stretch. You can also find a bind. Or you can just be here with hands at the heart, hands at the mat. And then drop at the bottom to the mat. Bring the left knee or the right knee in and fold this way. Just take nice baby pulses. Notice how that feels. And open that knee back up into Skandasana while keeping the bottom on the mat. Reach over for the toes with the right hand for a side stretch. And then come back up, lift back up to Skandasana. Plant the palms in the middle of your mat and press up and find a wide-legged standing fold. So you can bring your hands in line with your feet and try to gently pull your head towards that space in between the hands. Or you can just be here, wherever is comfortable. Play with your stance. Maybe it helps to widen your feet or point the toes in slightly. Taking a few breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll come up. And then however you want to get there, we're going to find a seated wide-legged forward fold. So I'm going to try to just slide my way down as graceful as I can. If you have your middle splits, now would be a great time to show off or practice. So here in our wide-legged fold, feeling the stretch in the inner legs, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale, walk the fingertips forward for a fold. Keeping the toes pointed up. Maybe you can come down to the forearms. And then we'll gently, slowly come out of this, bending the right knee back in towards us. And then we're going to send that knee down to meet the mat. Plant the right palm here. And then we're in assisted side plank. So you can keep the foot down or lifted. You can also reach for the left toes. Push it back, sending that foot into the hand. And then we'll release if we're holding and reach that right foot up to meet, or the left foot up to meet the right hand. Plant both palms in front as we kick up into our half splits on the other side. So keep the knee bent here and play with opening the hip this way. Finding the half splits, knee bent or straight. And when we're ready, we'll all take that leg out long and then send it back for our lunge on this side. So left knee is in front, right foot is in back. Noticing how it feels different on this side. Taking a few deep breaths here, letting the hips sink into the mat, letting gravity do its thing. And we'll exhale, send the hips back, point the toes up towards the forehead. Inhale to sit up nice and tall on the fingertips. Lengthen the spine, exhale, fold. Chest over the thigh, forehead reaching towards the toes. And we'll inhale to come back to lunge. And again, find your play. Inhale for lunge. Exhale for half splits. At your own pace, to the rhythm of your own breath. We'll go through a couple more of these. And then from a half split, our next inhale, send the left leg out wider to find lizard. And then get settled in here, sink the hips down. Find your stance that feels comfortable. Keeping the hips square to the front of the mat. Option to reach back for those right toes for a quad stretch. And then release. And we'll find our play on this side. Exhale, wide-legged half split. Inhale, lizard lunge. Finding your pace, your movement. And then from here, option to come up on the toes or leave the toes down. If you want to open that left hip farther to the side, feeling a stretch in the outer left glute. Don't want to feel anything too much here. Careful to listen to your body. It can also be up. And then we'll open to Skandasana on this side of the mat. So right toes are flexed up, whatever variation our arms are in. Staying here for a few breaths. And then you can drop to the bottom, bring that left knee down, find your gentle pulses. You can be doing them more towards the toes, more towards the knee, whatever feels good. And then bring that knee back up, and then reach for the right toes with the left hand for a side body stretch. And then we'll come up, lift back into Skandasana, plant the hands in the center as you push up, and find wide-legged forward fold. Staying here for a few breaths, taking a slight bend in the knees, finding our stance, our distance that feels good. And then we'll make our way into a seated. So I'm kind of like heel toeing my feet out. Toes are active, pointing up. Should feel a nice, comfortable stretch in the inner thighs. And then walk the fingertips as far forward as you can, as you want to. Not forgetting your breath. And inhale, we'll walk the hands back up. Bring the left knee back in. And then we'll come from Skandasana to our assisted plank. So coming onto the left knee, planting the left hand. And then we can either lift the right foot or keep it down. You can also reach for the foot and kick that foot back into the hand. And then we'll send the right foot up to meet the left. Plant both hands and kick up to the half splits on the other side. So now we're back where we started. Okay, beautiful. And we'll lower both the feet and slowly make our way down to our backs as we find our cool down sequence. We'll find happy baby, so you can reach for the outer edges of the feet. As you pull those knees in towards the armpit, maybe you rock side to side. Taking deep breaths. And then when we're ready, we'll send the left foot out long. And then we'll reach for the right toes or the right foot as we pull it up. Hand to toe pose. You can reach your right hand to the inner of the right foot and open that leg out wide. Nice adductor stretch. And then send it to the other side for a supine twist, keeping your right shoulder glued into the mat, gazing to the right, either in cactus arms or arm out long. And then we back into center. Send the right leg out long, hug the left knee in, reach for the left foot or the calf, find hand to toe. Use your left hand to reach for the inner left foot and open that leg out to the side. Then exhale, send it over to the right side for a supine twist, keeping the left shoulder glued in, gazing to the left. And when you're ready, unravel, send both legs out long. We'll find corpse pose, Savasana, our final pose. Palms are beside us, facing up. Ankles and feet are relaxed, naturally splaying out. We'll stay here for a few moments. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Let it just come back to its natural state. When you're ready, begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. Maybe flutter the eyelids open. And we'll slowly make your way to a seat, however you choose to get there. Taking your time. We're in no rush. Everything else can wait. That's what I'm telling myself. And my phone actually died like right here. Kind of perfect timing, but I did lose my outro, so I just wanted to thank you all for practicing with me. I hope you feel nice and relaxed and calm and your hips feel nice and open. And let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram. My handle is the same if there's anything you want to see. And don't forget to subscribe to see more. And have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.